Bleach blondes, this one is for you. If you're new to my channel, which you probably are, I'm Mike. I'm a hairdresser, a L'Oreal colour specialist, a makeup fan and a skincare lover. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. In today's film, I'm going to be talking all about maintaining your bleached hair. Whether your hair goes dull after a while, goes yellow, how to stop it, how to prevent it, and also if you're thinking about going bleach blonde, what you should consider and how to go about it. Well, if you're interested in this topic, then keep on watching. What is the story, everyone? Today's film is going to be all about bleached blondes. Now, if some of you may know me or watched me for a while or have seen my Instagram, very often I change my hair color. I'd go between being bleach blonde and brunette and being purple, pink, every single color. Being bleach blonde is not one of those things that you just go in one day to a hair salon and be like, hey, make me blonde, and that's it. When it comes to your silver blondes, white blondes or platinum blondes, there is a lot of care you need to put into it. The maintenance of this color is probably the hardest when it comes to any hair color. For some of you that are watching this and are probably bleach blonde, you know yourself that after a while your silver color just goes yellow or blonde and your platinum hair just starts looking really dull and it loses its vibrancy. Well, I'm here to tell you how to stop it, how to prevent it, and how to help you. First of all, let's talk about commitment. So whether you are bleach blonde or think about having bleach blonde hair, you really need to think about the money you're gonna spend on it. It's not a cheap hair color. It's a hair color you really need to love and really need to put the care and love in about. So what I would recommend is getting your roots done every 4 weeks. Yeah, every 4 weeks. When I was a bleach blonde, I was getting my roots done every 4 weeks. If I left it for any longer, forget it. Yellow bands everywhere. So what happens is when the hair grows and if you don't get your roots done every 4 to 6 weeks max, you're gonna end up with bands in your hair if the color isn't applied properly. Now, if it's applied properly, you shouldn't get it, but still to maintain that brightness, you should get it done every 4 weeks. But why 4 weeks? Well, we're gonna get back to that. But now we're gonna talk about why your blonde bleach hair goes yellow. Well, it all depends on your own hair. First of all, let's talk about the process. So when you're bleaching the hair, you lift the natural undercoat. And to get that white, silvery, platinum blonde hair, you need to get to the pale yellow undercoat. And then you put on so-called toner. So when you put on your toner on your pale yellow undercoat, after a while, that toner is going to wash out and the natural undercoat of your own hair, it's going to start shining through. So that's one reason why your hair goes yellow after a while. The second reason why your hair goes yellow is your natural distribution of pigment found within your hair. So if you're like me, naturally blue, well, blue. My hair has a lot more blue pigment than it has yellow or red. So my hair tends to stay really clean for a long time and it's easy to lift. But if you have a lot more yellow or red pigment in your hair, your pigment will start shining through and it's gonna make your hair a lot more yellow. Also, when you bleach your hair is a lot more sensitized. And as we all know, sensitized hair, the cuticle is shattered and all that shenanigans. And what's gonna happen? It's gonna absorb everything from the outside. And that includes sunlight. The sunlight is gonna strip the toner from your hair and it's gonna make it even more yellow. Another thing that can happen with blondes, it can go very dull or green. Now, if you live in Ireland, you probably have that issue. Your water is very hard. So hard water is water that's hard, duh. And hard water has very distinctive smell and you can find it on the kettle and it has that hard water residue, if you know what I mean. Now, in other countries, the water might be a lot more softer, so you blondes may not have that issue. But if you live, especially in Ireland, you can find that even when you wash your hair after you get it done, the hair just goes dull. Now, let me go more scientific about this. So as we said, blonde hair is a lot more sensitized and hard water contains probably iron and all those different minerals. So what's gonna happen is that sensitized hair, because the iron is so strong, it's gonna literally clog onto the hair, which is gonna make it green and dull it down. Also, if you're swimming in a swimming pool, chlorine is very harsh. It will clog onto your sensitized hair and it will make it green and dull. Now, I find it with clients when I say to them, well, it's your water, they nearly think it's like an excuse. It's not. it does actually happen. And I can tell you from experience, when I was bleach blonde, I could only wash my hair at home or in the salon. I've made a mistake washing a few times in the gym, and literally after a first wash, it's that weird greeny dull feel to the hair. Like the minute you wash it, your hair just goes bleh. It just goes really dull. Now, so what you can do is, if your water is really hard at home, I know this is real pain, but you can use bottled water, or you can actually get things for your hose. We're talking about the hose in your sink that will actually filter the hard water and get rid of the minerals. So let's talk about maintaining your bleached hair at home. First of all, we need to look at the two things. First thing is gonna be your cosmeticity of the hair, and second, it's gonna be your condition. So those are two main factors we need to think about when we have bleached hair. Because one, we want to have nice, glowy, healthy hair, and healthy hair will hold on to your color a lot longer than sensitized hair. And two, the look of it, like there's no point of you getting a nice bleach up, paying €250 for it, then going home, washing it with Pantene, and it's going to be yellow after a week. Like, where's the sense in that? Using a purple shampoo, brilliant. This is what you need to do. Now, I've made loads of films about purple shampoo, blonde Absolu from Kerastase, etc, etc. I'm going to put all the applicable links down below so you can watch them, or I'm going to tag them just above here. So let's go on to purple shampoos. Well, when it comes to purple shampoo, you really want to use it only once a week or every other wash. Why? So the pigment from the purple shampoo is going to neutralize any bit of yellow in the hair. But also the purple pigment, if your hair is sensitized, if the shampoo isn't the best quality, can clog onto the hair and dull it down. So I would never recommend using it every single time. You really want to use it every other wash, just to neutralize that yellow undertone in your own hair. As we all know, Blonde Absolu by Kerastase has a fabulous range for blonde hair, including purple shampoo, so I'm going to link that just above there. When it comes to the condition of your hair, so like that, you're going to use your purple shampoo once a week, but what are you going to use in between? You really want to concentrate on the condition of your hair. Probably when your hair is bleached, it's sensitized, so we need to strengthen it. So something protein based, it's going to be very good. So something like Ban Architect from Kerastase would be a brilliant shampoo. And what I would always recommend is always adding tiny bit of moisture. So maybe like your Moroccan oil or elixir oil at the end of it, just to add that extra moisture. Now, if your hair is on the drier side, you'd probably treat it with something like the nutritive range from Kerastase. And I've made a full film about that, so I'm going to link that just above there as well. So guys, now we know how to treat our hair, what you have to do. So like that, we need to use our purple shampoo, and we know what shampoos to use when our hair is dry to keep the condition. But what if you swim or your water is really hard? It is very hard to get rid of minerals from the water. Now, I can tell you from experience, I did have a client once, and literally I went over to her. She moved into a new house, and I looked at her hair and I was like, I'm not even messing, like it was mint green. Like you could see the green coming through it, and she literally just moved house and the water was a lot harder from her house. And do you know what? It is an issue, but what can you do at home? Well, what I would probably recommend for that is Mitchell Shampoo 3. And Shampoo 3 is especially designed to cleanse impurities from hair. So that shampoo is absolutely brilliant. Now, it is a rather harsh shampoo because it is really cleansing, and when your hair is blonde, it's already sensitized. So you don't want to use that shampoo too often, but it will be good to have it in your routine, especially if you're a highlighter client, and like that, you know yourself, you get your lovely highlights and then after a while it just looks so dull, like it nearly looks darker. That's literally the exposure to sunlight, chlorine, hard water, wind, smoke, all those different things. So pollution from the outside will clog on to your sensitized ends. So how can you keep your silver hair looking silver? Well, I would probably recommend going back into your salon for your toner or your glossing or whatever every 2 weeks. So that's what I was talking about, getting your roots done every 4 weeks. So you get your roots done every 4 weeks, and then in between you get your toner to maintain that silverness, because like that, when the hair is sensitized, the cuticle is already open. So even though you put an acid toner into it, that's going to seal the cuticle, because the hair is so sensitized, it's gonna fly away. So those little bowls that are molecules of color are just gonna go whoop, whoop, whoop. See you later. So we need to freshen that up to keep that nice silverness. And like that, you know yourself, if you are blonde, you get your toner done, and then after a few washes, it just goes meh. Being blonde and being a bleach blonde, it's not an easy job, it's not a cheap job, and it's definitely a commitment. I know myself, when I go bleach blonde after let's say 6 months, I just get fed up with the maintenance. However, it's not saying it can't be done. It really depends how committed you are and how you're gonna look after it. Anyways guys, thank you for watching today's film. I hope you found it rather interesting, helpful and useful. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my other social media. And of course you guys, please take care. Bye.